Hey guys, today I want to share a formula for success in nutrition and fitness. This is what I call my self-coaching process. I take myself through this each time I wake up feeling like I failed at my fitness goals, meaning the scale is up, I overate last night, I didn't get my workout in, totally fell off track in some kind of way. I use this in a lot of areas of life, but since this talk, this YouTube, this podcast, whatever it is, this is focused specifically on nutrition and fitness, that's where we're going. Also, because fitness is what I do, it honestly comes as second nature to me, so it ends up being a metaphor for a lot of other things in my life and helps motivate me for other areas of success in my life. So the way that this works, I acknowledge said failure and then I don't guilt or shame myself at all. I don't waste any time on that because it's not productive. It's not going to move the needle. Instead, I make a list of the habits that I think will give me success. It's probably similar to what I was working on before I fell off the wagon. And I basically create or revisit a template for success. And then I evaluate it and I think through and quickly strategize a plan for how I will implement it today. Sometimes the first part of the day is already gone, so I may plan something like a quick strength training workout, maybe later in the day, or maybe I plan to start that part tomorrow, but I have a plan. The rest starts today, right now. You see, every day is a brand new day, so there really is zero point in wasting time dwelling on the failures of yesterday. There's no point. It gets you nowhere. Something I must have heard maybe 5 times in the last few days is transformation takes time. And this is for you today because I swear I heard and read this in 5 different places over the past 24 hours and I just can't stop thinking about it. So I want to share with you a simple formula for success in your nutrition and fitness. But I want you to realize that this kind of a perfect standard and kind of a thing, you're going to pick 1 or 2 habits and focus on all of and or you can focus on all of them, but it depends on what you feel like is right for you is what I'm trying to say. I want you to remember to give yourself grace if you don't meet all of them and also celebrate when you meet any of them. So kind of having a perfect standard, but then also acknowledging like, okay, then work backwards from that. What can you actually follow through on and then make that your plan? And also remember that the exercise is really only 80%. You really can't exercise away a bad diet. I mean, you can for a while, but you're going to be working really hard, okay? So remember that fueling and nutrition is a huge part of this. So definitely needing to have some goals around that and not just exercising in order to have the transformation that you want. So for food, let's start with that, okay? If you have any kind of weight or performance related goal, you're going to need to hit your calorie goal, right? You're going to need to get the right amount of energy. This is absolutely number 1 if you have a weight related goal. What you're going to need to do is plan ahead and strategize your meals. You have to have enough energy and meet your goal, and to remember that it's just as important to eat enough, and that's what I mean by meet your goal. Eat enough as it is to not exceed your goal. So your body craves that consistency. Let me repeat, it's just as important for you to eat enough as it is for you to not eat too much. So get that goal, focus on that goal. And then you want to focus on quality, but not over quantity. And I know this sounds a bit backwards, but when it comes to performance and scale goals, the quantity is often more important than the quality. If you eat too much healthy food, you won't lose weight. If you don't eat enough healthy food, you will not perform well and you might not lose weight either. So with this, focus on your macros, and to keep it simple, get enough, okay? Get enough protein, watch out for excess fat, and the rest will work itself out. Okay, number 2, B, eat 3 to 5 servings of fruits and vegetables per day. Drink your water. A goal is about half your body weight in ounces unless you have a medical reason to do different, and then more with exercise, okay? Beyond food, you're going to want to get an exercise plan, okay? And so this is going to go on your list, your self-coaching list, okay? Make sure this is sustainable. In a perfect world, we're doing 30 minutes or more of cardio most days of the week, and then we're adding on 2 or 3 full body strength training sessions. Next, Think about sleep, okay? Are you getting enough rest, okay? And then also think about your mindset. Are you focusing on the fact that you can do it? And also, are you taking time for rest? Are you planning in time to do something that refuels you? Maybe that's physical rest. Maybe that's reading a book. Maybe you need to plan to be taking time to meditate, or maybe you read scripture. Whatever it is that you need to center yourself, make sure that you're planning in those things each day, okay? So there's your simple formula, and I suggest going through that and using that as a standard and create your own list of what you actually can strive for each day. So maybe that's the perfect standard, but maybe you need to start with just a few goals within that, or maybe instead of every day 30 minutes of exercise, make it just 30 minutes 3 times of the week, any kind, and maybe it's just hit a calorie goal for now and not worry about the macros until later, okay? Maybe you're being very careful with tracking because it's a bit triggering for you for bad habits, and you just need to focus on including protein in each meal. Maybe you need to be focused on getting to bed at a certain time each night or stopping eating by 8. You know, what the habits are that are going to make you feel successful and improve your energy and your health. So make your list and then revisit it daily, okay? And what I want to emphasize with this is that you're kind of revisiting self-coaching, and so you're taking the time to say, okay, this is what I would really like to accomplish, and then you're thinking about what might have gotten in the way and why you haven't accomplished that, and you're stopping to make a plan for how you can make that plan something you can follow through on tomorrow and the next day and the next day. You're making it realistic. So you're taking from perfect to realistic, rather than keeping it at the standard being perfect and then getting frustrated every time you fail. So also, change and transformation is not a singular one-time event. It's a very long-term process. So I work with so many clients, you guys, who get discouraged when they fail, and I do too, but the difference between myself and my clients who are successful is simply keeping going. And there's not some perfect person out there who succeeds every single time. It just doesn't exist. You have to change your mindset, and you have to believe that you can do it, and you can change, and you can improve your habits, and you have to believe you are worth the effort, because it does take effort. This little process, this self-coaching process, it takes effort. You have to believe being able to feel amazing in your skin and get dressed quickly because you like how you look and feel is possible. You have to believe that having energy to play with your kids or your grandkids is possible and that it's worth it, okay? It's less about the goals and tasks and more about the mindset and the effort that you are putting in, because it always pays off eventually, right? You are worth it. So put the effort in, and when you fail, just get right back up. Don't waste any time. You totally have this, okay? Have a great day.